Please do not swear.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Classic Rock Show.
That was good. That sounded good, actually.
That's good.
How are we all? Are we all good?
We all happy? Oh, we're live.
Hold on, yeah, we are. Yeah, we're live, but let me.
All right.
How are you guys doing? What's happening?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Four to go.
We are live from Dundee. So, we're gonna have an awful repeat here,
Yeah,
aren't we?
turn
We're
it
gonna
on
have to
again.
do
We're
that.
going to turn the
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Who's going to read the questions? You're going to.
So, how's it feel that we've come to the end almost already?
Yeah, I've got 4 shows left.
No, Small's here.
It's bittersweet,
Small.
isn't it? It's bittersweet.
Small's here.
What's the bitter
Fine
bit
by.
and what's the sweet
The
bit?
bitter bit is we're loving the show.
Mhm.
The sweet bit is I don't really want to live on a bus with you guys anymore.
Why not?
Can't imagine why.
Tell us about what you don't like about it.
Can't imagine why.
I wish we could be together forever.
Yeah.
No, we're actually having a really nice time.
Well, it's got to finish anyway. We ran out of water. No more water on the bus. So
We're cooking now musically. Like the band sounds
Yeah,
really
it's
great.
wicked.
Finally, that's one of the bit
Four
things
shows
as
to
well.
Yeah.
Because next time we see each other, we'll have forgotten it all.
Back to square one.
So we had a great night last night in Edinburgh.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah, it was cool.
It was loud.
Yeah, the crowd was crazy. It was great.
What are we talking
And
about?
we're still in Scotland. We're
Yeah.
in Dundee tonight.
I think this, but I think
having a good time.
We were here 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Were we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
So yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely been here before.
Yeah.
You are very blurry.
Yeah. we're very blurry and fuzzy apparently.
Well,
That's
Really?
a good thing.
Do we not? How's our bandwidth?
USB.
Yeah, it might be the signal.
Oh, what we connected to?
Maybe it's because all you guys are on your phones.
No.
4G.
I'm not on my.
I'm on fire.
I can. Sadly, we've got what we've got.
This is
we are in Dundee.
yeah. It's not a lot we
Okay,
can do.
so Elaine Colt has asked, what are you all doing for the rest of the year, please?
Mm.
So after this is finished, what's everybody up to?
Oh, I'm gonna do my laundry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Rudy's,
Wash my hair. Gotta have a shower at last.
Rudy's he's like heading to Chicago to do a gig immediately.
Yeah, I mean, we're all super busy, but yeah, I don't even know why I said yes to this, but I'm going straight from the last show to Chicago, doing a show, and then straight to Mexico to do another show. So I actually won't be home to see my girls until Monday.
What are the shows?
Corporate shows, I think. Yeah. I'm in this Journey band, so we're gonna do a Boston Journey show in Chicago. That one's public, and then the one in Cabo is corporate. That's what I'll be doing, Elaine.
I'm going to Russia soon. My next.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm back out on tour with Mike Turner's Exodus Bonash. Should be doing that in March.
What am I doing?
Young Voices.
I'm doing. I'm playing the piano for some thousands of children in the O2 Arena.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be so loud.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Karen.
Oh, I don't know.
Karen says she's getting her slap on, then she's on her way down. All right, we'll see you tonight, Karen.
What happened to the singer that looked like the butler from Mr. Deeds?
Who's Mr. D? Please explain.
Is that me?
Is that you before you had your
What
haircut?
happened?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look,
Passed.
I'm gonna have to Google this.
That's the singer.
Mr. Deeds.
That's what we got.
I've seen that movie for years.
Scott Stunk, hi from Edinburgh. Thanks for last night. Thanks for coming, Scott Stunk. It was good.
Last night was fun.
Yeah, that's how it was good.
Paul says, hi, I've been to 2 shows. Amazing. Will there be a DVD and CD?
There will be a CD.
Yeah.
What,
Maybe.
definitely.
Oh, cool.
Yeah?
Are you committing to this on live on YouTube?
We record every night. I just don't tell you.
Okay. Jesus.
Oh, I see.
Looking forward to
Press
my
it.
Looking forward to my bio.
Definitely use last night.
Yeah, because I broke a string on the Hotel California.
Yeah.
It's always great when you break a string on the Hotel California.
You've got a
guitar
bit of
solo.
you've got a bit of a bogey thing because I don't know if you remember last time
Yeah.
we played Edinburgh.
Yes, same thing, same song.
Yeah. The pitch shifter was left on and it all got a bit confusing.
Amazing.
I
Something
just
about that
automatically
song
went
and
to
that
Pete's
town.
nose then.
Yeah. I didn't see what happened, so I just thought that you were just like, I don't like this guitar anymore, and switched.
No, I broke the first string, and my mind instantly went to, can I do the solo? So I was like into the second lick or something, and pop. I'm like, is this possible to play with? And I'm like,
Which string? What?
some voice in my head went, absolutely not. There's
Yeah.
no way you can do it.
Right.
So I ran and got another guitar.
You did it very fast.
Yeah,
really,
right.
really
It was
fast.
great. He just like animated the guitar and stuff, but that was fun. I like it when stuff like that happens.
It's live.
It makes it a little more exciting.
Definitely is live.
Yeah, somebody just put Pete, great guitar change last night. Smooth.
Oh, thanks.
Smooth.
That is just one word that kind of depicts Pete.
There's a great video of Stevie Ray Vaughan mid-song changing. You could just like look on YouTube for like Stevie Ray Vaughan breaks string, changes guitar, like something, and you'll find it.
It's in a
And
bar. Yeah.
He literally passes the guitar off, and like you'd never hear it. It's amazing. And then there's another one where B.B. King changes a string without ever stopping the song.
Just like me dropping drumsticks.
It's
Just
so-
never know. never know when I'm done.
It's like me forgetting lyrics. People from Brazil, hello Brazil. Arizona in the house.
Jess.
Just like,
Oh, yeah, Jesse. This is Karen. Jesse, are you needing a bed for tonight?
What?
yeah.
He needs more details.
I think she's offering you a place to stay.
Oh, bless you. I think I'll be all right because we have to go to Newcastle tonight on the bus. But thank you so much for the offer. If you'd like to send me a direct message, please do.
Anthony asks, how many guitars does James own?
Oh.
His friend.
Hold on. Come back to me.
I can't wait till you folks get back to the U.S. Any news that you can share about crossing the pond, James?
We're trying to make it happen for this autumn.
This autumn. You
Mhm.
heard it here.
Yeah, that is the plan.
I love it
trying.
because autumn is so like ambiguous. Like you can really could be any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
it's
coming
not-
over in
it's
autumn
not-
for our
it's not the
February, March
summer.
tour.
And it's not the spring. Guitars, I think I've got about 12 at the moment. So not as many as you may think.
It
That
just brings
you
them all here.
I just bring them all here. There's only a couple at home.
Graham can't come tonight because he has COVID.
Sorry.
Sorry, dude.
Ooh.
However, a lucky couple has your tickets. Amazing. Oh.
Simon, thank you so much for that. That's so kind.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Simon.
Cheers,
Love you.
Simon. Good man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Dude.
Fiona
What
asks,
a dude.
Fiona asks, hi, where did Henry's ducks start from?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I actually no idea how it
I'll tell you,
started.
Henry was-
I'll share the story of how the ducks done it. So it was my birthday a couple of years ago, and Emily, our tour manager, was passing Wilco's and saw this duck in the window. Thought it'd be a good present, and she bought it for me, and we just adopted Derek as a tour mascot. And that's the story.
The rest
It's
is
just
kind of
it
history.
was a chance.
Now he has his own
Yeah, that's fine.
podium that lights up
Yeah.
and he twizzles around.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
revolves and
It's a
He is-
revolving
yeah,
duck.
The evolving duck.
Oh, that guy was speaking about Ricardo. Rich was asking.
Oh, Ricardo.
Ricardo is an amazing singer.
Unbelievable.
he's
both of us,
doing
actually.
great stuff in the West End, isn't he? And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
theatre, musical theatre stuff.
Yeah, and we love him lots, and he's incredible. He's just not here right now.
His was an incredible story because after this tour, he developed a vocal issue, which meant for 2 years he lost his voice and kind of retired from singing, and has made this amazing comeback to being a performer again. And there was a point where he said that he didn't think it would ever happen again. So to be where he's doing that,
It was kind of through
Yeah,
Ricardo
that's
that I
fun.
ended up on this gig because I knew Ricardo because we both did a show in the West End called Thriller, and I think I took over from him in the West End when he left, and I just messaged him because I saw videos of the show and I was like, that's really cool if you ever need a singer, and then they did at one point. So yeah, it was kind of because of Ricardo that ended up on the gig.
We have a question for Tim. How many drumsticks has Tim got through on this tour?
Question.
Tell us,
Right,
tell us.
right. Well,
How many forests have been destroyed?
yeah, Extinction Rebellion are going to kill me when I come off this tour, I'll tell you. But usually with Martin Turner, I can get through one pair of drumsticks for an entire tour. I get through one pair of drumsticks a night at least on this tour. So 31 pairs of drumsticks have gone to the wall this tour, probably plus. So I'd probably say 35 pairs of sticks.
R.I.P. sticks.
R.I.P. Ninja Dragon says, I wish Wayne would sing more. He has such an amazing voice.
Oh,
Go on, Banksy.
thank you.
Let's
Ninja
go,
Dragon.
Banksy. What songs would you want to sing?
Oh, I don't believe a word.
You can do it tonight if you want.
Ninja Dragon.
I loved you doing the
Cream.
one the ZZ Top one last year.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Great.
'Cause it's so low, it just suited. That was really cool.
I heard Wayne singing some original stuff recently. It's great.
Yeah, what was it? What was that tune called?
The songs you guys were
Sorry?
What was the tune you were singing earlier?
really cool.
Frigging in the rigging. Oh, frigging in the rigging. Yeah, well, yeah. They
Pete
don't wanna wear
Thorne
that.
did an amazing version of Sweet Child of Mine in Soundcheck today.
In the
Yeah.
style,
Which will probably be on Instagram in about an hour's time.
Yeah.
in the style of the beat.
Unfortunately,
In the
Jessica
style
did.
of the Bee Gees.
In the style of the beat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good.
David says, what was the most intimate venue we've played so far?
Last night.
Probably last night,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was tight last night.
There was another one that was small.
Yeah, there
as
was
well.
another one too,
Cheltenham.
where we were like, oh, this is like a gig.
Oh yeah, where was that?
That was last week. Let me look on the thing.
Oh, no.
What was the one that was written?
Darlington. It was
Darlington.
I love Darlington.
That was on Wednesday. It was really good fun, but yeah, that was quite small. It was not a small theatre, but it's small for us on stage, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ray's asked, what song would we like to perform but can't? None.
You can play anything.
Can't what can't as in won't or can't as in physically can't.
Physically can't.
But I don't think there's
Well, we
there's
can't do
we
anything
can
that's not classic rock. is it?
Mate, a challenge is brilliant. Love a challenge. Love a challenge.
try. I mean, there's lots of ways.
Elaine Coles asks, Jess, when did you start with Rumours?
Start of April.
Oh.
It starts, yeah.
Get your tickets.
What are you going to be singing?
Fleetwood Mac,
Which one? What song?
all the classics.
Why not?
Yeah, can I ask why Fleetwood Mac?
Why not?
you know. Joey Sawdust, thank you so much.
Joey!
Joey says, pints all around. I love
Oh,
watching your YouTube videos.
amazing. Thank
Great
you.
way to get through the upstate New York winter nights. And thanks. And most for covering Boston.
Hey.
Stay
Right.
terrific.
You see?
Wayne loves
Somebody loves it.
Yeah. Actually, I really enjoy playing that.
Yeah,
It's fun on guitar. It's somewhat
Yeah.
great song.
it's so heavy.
When will you guys play
Because
some
the government-
CCR? I love CCR.
I love CCR actually. Yeah, I'd love to do.
Apparently, I promised a member of the audience last night 2 years ago that I would put 10cc in the show, and they were really upset that they came 2 years later and there was no 10cc.
What's on? I don't know.
I don't know about how. We just went, oh, next year. And you went, you said that 2 years ago. It was like COVID. Sorry.
Yeah, CCR. Cool. I love
So
CCR.
nice to meet.
Thanks for being so nice to Pete.
Well, we have to look after it.
Who said that?
Surfer B.
Oh,
Surfer
he's,
Boy.
he's
Trust
always
me,
on
Pete
my
is
streams.
fine.
He's very loyal.
Pete
Thanks.
is absolutely fine.
Thanks for always being on my stuff. Always.
Wayne, how many bass guitars do you have?
Yeah.
I've got
From-
4
from
on this
Kit.
tour. I've got 4 on this tour.
Mm.
But in total, I've got. I've got
We did the
Can't
double
remember,
bass.
this is entertainment.
I've got another 5 or 6 at home, off the top of my head,
Nice.
and a couple of an electric guitar, a couple of acoustics. Yeah, too much really. I've only got this pair of hands.
Yeah.
Next. This is an interest question. So this is a look behind the curtain. So Richard said, you play super tight. Do you use a click track? That's from Richard Moore. So we do use some click tracks, but mainly to sync up with the video and stuff that we're
Right.
doing on stage. Some songs we don't use a click for. Some songs we do. Some songs the click track's actually harder, like
Yeah.
Spirit of Radio, right?
Yeah.
Because we're playing to a video, and it's actually
Yeah,
I
so
guess it'd
actually
be
only
easier.
Tim has
Oh
the
yeah,
click
only
track.
I have the
Only
click.
Tim has it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's tough because you're chasing the click all around because it's a live band in the studio playing, so it moves a lot. So yeah, sometimes it's really, really hard. Like the Beatles one's really hard because it moves.
Like part of
big
the
time.
thing about the show is that it's synced to video, so you're watching the video happen at the same time as we're playing the song. So it's like you have to follow in order to be synced. Right?
Yeah.
And it was we sort of actually ideally musically we wouldn't be,
Yeah.
but it's about.
But I'd say it's probably
presentation.
really a 50-50 split, really,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of songs where you might have there may be an intro click, which is just kind of like having a metronome, just to kind of give a rough
just to make
tempo.
sure we start the same tempo
Yeah.
every night.
But after 8 bars, it's gone. And
Just
then
for
it's
instance, like Hot for Teachers, like that. It's one of the tunes that we do, kind of a bit more organically. So.
And it's also good from when the adrenaline kicks in. Sometimes you think a song is really slow or fast one night.
Yeah.
And it's really good for have a constant just do.
Well, on the subject of videos, David Marshall asks, so many folks in the audience last night were hoping you would play Hammer to Fall as per the Brian May lockdown thing. The video
Oh yeah, we did that.
Would you guys ever play it live? I'd love to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually bizarrely, I was thinking about that last night
Yeah.
during the gig. I don't know what song it was.
We could invite Brian on stage. Brian, come on.
Yeah.
Brian
our
could
mate-
be with us every night.
Our mate Bry.
Locked in.
Yeah.
Locked in there in the box.
Karen wants to know how many times does Jesse flick his hair per show?
Enough that if we drank along with it, we'd be pissed.
Infinite.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot.
I tell you what else I thought was a good drinking game the other day. You have to, like, half the audience have to drink when Rudy says turn around, and every time you say every now and then, that would be really good. Like half the crowd drinking on one, half the crowd drinking on the other. I was thinking that during the Black Music.
Really in the moment.
Yeah, man.
Any ducks being given out? Henry, you gonna give out any ducks?
I can't part with the ducks.
Yeah, we can't. No, but maybe we can get some ducks
But some
and
duck
like
merch.
merch. Yeah, we can get some ducks and merch.
Yeah.
Any other kind of merch.
Love some humble pie, says Nathan.
So if we're waiting for some more questions coming in, what's been everybody's most memorable experience so far? Doesn't have to be on the stage. It could be anything.
Coat hanger. Although Tim did it yesterday.
I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were going to say when you went to James.
Third row, driving a car with
Oh,
James.
great. Yeah. Flicking a coat hanger against the wall is more exciting than going around the racetrack with me.
It's on the
Cheers,
bar.
Wayne.
Also, neither of those things really had to do with this talk.
We've had some fun excursions,
Yeah.
like going to. I remember like in Eastburn, walking to the top of that.
It's Beachy Head.
Beachy
Yeah,
Head.
Beachy
That was
Head.
good, yeah.
Which
Oh,
was like
going in the
amazing day.
Oh, me
my
and Henry went in the sea.
In
Yeah,
Bournemouth
that
in
was
January.
crazy.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
guys went in when it was like freezing.
Yeah.
That was pretty memorable.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Oh, I really enjoyed going to see Book of Mormon.
Oh,
Yeah, that was wicked.
That was a nice
Yeah,
break,
we
wasn't
did.
it?
Yeah, we went to go
Chinese
see that. That was
and,
awesome.
you know,
No, that was
cocktail and theatre.
very
Finish off the night.
There's been a few hilarious moments on the bus as well, a few revelations.
Yeah.
We know each other.
There
really well.
there always are. Every tour, there's always something that comes out.
Wow.
We have people from Colombia. Hola, Colombia.
Pete James,
Mm.
which amp do you use?
Pete, go.
I use my own signature amp. So it's made by a company called SUR, SUHR. And the amp that I use is called the PT15. That stands for Pete Thorn 15 IR. PT15 IR. So it's a 3-channel amp that's kind of Fendery on the clean side, and then got 2 overdrive channels that are very sort of Marshall inspired. And I love it. It's great. So we've got in the line, we've got a 15 watt. And that's what I use out here. It's not a real powerful amp, but it's just right for this gig, actually. And then I've got a 100 watt too, big 100 watt head. And more to come on that soon. We're working on other ones like 50.
James?
Same question.
But you,
I've got a non-signature amp. I've just got so my amp is built by Cliff Brown at 633 Engineering, and it's a classic 45 Marshall style EL 34 I think it's about 50 watts, but I'm not running it at 50 watts. I think, like you, probably between 15 and 20, which is enough.
It's
enough.
Yeah, we try and keep the volume down, but still have enough to get feedback and vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scott Stunt says, if you could have one musician join you on stage, who would it be? For me, it would be Jimmy Page, I think.
It was Robert Plant last time.
No, was it? He'd sing then.
You and I have.
Live, I reckon. It wouldn't be a very good performance if they were dead. Just Bowie's corpse there.
Oh, dear. No. Put the phone down. I'd like someone like Bruce. Like Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen, that would be sick as well.
Yeah.
But James, how much do you typically toss in a show? Oh, guitar picks.
Sometimes it's going in.
Never enough. Probably two or three. Two or three
You've
a
got to be
night.
quick to grab them.
Yeah. Pick toss.
Rich says, "Oh dear, Bowie's corpse. That's dark."
Sorry, guys.
It
It's
often
been a long
goes dark
tour.
with Jesse, to be honest with you. It often just suddenly just takes a turn and goes dark.
It's just Clapton or Jimmy Page? Jimmy Page.
Page.
Oh
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry, Eric.
No, but
I'm
Cream.
all crazy now.
That was from Amit.
Yeah, you're not a fan anyway.
No, but Cream Clapton was good. But,
Yeah,
but that was
he's
like 80
amazing,
years
but
ago.
just
but Page.
Page. Are you going to watch the Super Bowl tomorrow?
100%.
Big into his American football.
So let's talk.
I mean,
about
not only am I
what we're
from
gonna
LA and LA is playing in the Super Bowl, not only that, but the halftime show should be pretty good. And no one cares about it but me. So
I'll watch it with you, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it.
do. Who's the halftime show? What have we got to look forward to?
I'm looking forward to it.
Halftime is what? Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Dr.
J.
Dre, and Mary J.
Are you going to lose your shit like you did when JT did it a few years ago?
Yeah, you love that. You're really interested. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping my LA Rams.
Rich.
Where will we be?
We will have just finished Newcastle.
Cool.
Ready for a day off the next day.
What? To bring Freddie Mercury to bring corpses?
Rich, you made me laugh, bro.
We've got a shout out. This is from SR Tweets. Can you shout out my granddad Ian, who was meant to come and see you last night but got COVID? So I came instead. You guys are amazing.
Oh, go on,
Sorry.
Ian.
Hey,
Sorry, man.
Sorry you missed it, Ian.
Ian, oh man, it sucks. Oh, this is a good one. James and Pete, is Hotel California your most technically challenging song?
Yeah, with
No.
5 strings.
I don't think so.
It's not the most technically challenging, but it's the one that I feel a lot more relaxed about the show once it's over.
Yeah,
It's
actually.
the one I stress myself over.
Yeah.
But even though there's more technically challenging
It's like
things.
this precision.
Yes.
It's not technically like the licks and things are not necessarily technically hard to play. But playing it, that song has this weight to it where you have to do it just like probably you feel that vocally, I don't know, or like or even the feel, right? It's got this thing where you just have to do it just right, or it sounds like a bar band or something trying to do it. And if you do it just right, then it's like a feeling of a job well done once it's finished.
Yeah.
Isn't that you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
And then it's like.
Do you feel more pressure because right before I say we do it exactly the way they do,
And then I broke a string.
and then we mess it up?
You know the funny thing? I broke a string on it last night. I had to run and change guitars and stuff. And it's like when that happens, you're just like, well,
it's live.
Things happen, and then it actually feels kind of like a relief, like because of the weight of playing that. You know, like when something happens and you get through it, and the audience is still there with you and everything. You're like, well, maybe I shouldn't be so stressed.
But we've
out.
had that chat about when we've discussed set lists about songs which don't become fun anymore because there's the pressure to play them is sometimes, there's that, like the weight sometimes is almost too much to go, well, actually, I'd rather.
Yeah, like this is just like really, yeah. Well, there was a question earlier, like what's a song you can't play or whatever. It's like you can play just about anything in the rock cal. Like, let's face it, if you practice hard enough, work really hard, you can get there. But there is that element of like, is this fun to do, or am I just like beating myself up every night when it's because a big part of it. I mean, we've mixed it up a lot with a lot of shows that are songs that are really easy to play, but they're fun and the audience is on their feet and doing. So it's a balance of probably a little bit of Everybody's got their moments. Actually, it's a good question. Like for Jess, like what's your song that you out of even in this show or other shows that you've done where you're like, oh, and it's always a challenge. Like
It was a
even
challenge.
with rumors or with anything where you're like, is there anything for you where you're like, okay, this one I got to be really on my game. Like every time you sing. No, you're just that good.
I don't know if like, especially on rumours, I have to concentrate a bit more. But there are times when I've done a song and I've gone, I wasn't even in that. It just came out. The word just came out. But like James said, especially on rumours, there's a point in the second half after I sang Landslide, relax.
Where you can relax. That's the last.
Like right, it's done. I've got songs still left, but like I get to that point and I'm just like right.
Well, I remember you telling me that Seven Wonders was the harder song that you've had to sing.
Yeah, it's fully up there.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the songs that I enjoy the least to sing on rumours.
What about you guys?
I don't know, because I try and challenge myself every night to kind of I kind of put pressure on myself every night. So even in like the simplest song, I'm trying to still get it So I don't really have a point where I'm kind of like I'm over it and going for it. Every song's just like needs to be certain way I'm challenging myself. That's how I can keep myself from being focused.
What about you, Henry? Got any?
Oh, maybe like Highway Star.
Oh, the solo.
The solo in Highway Star, but then it's not like it is challenging, but it's one of those ones where it's like it's more like the vibe of it rather than having all the notes in exactly the right place.
That's the most physically demanding song. For me, that's the most physically demanding. Highway Stars, to keep the energy up.
Yeah.
All the way through that, because it's so early in the set. It's a real slog for me.
I suppose stuff like Bohemian Rhapsody is another one where it's like the piano is very exposed and it's very like precise. We all know exactly how the piano goes.
It's like another
in
Hotel
that tune.
California.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
and you can't really blag that so much. You know, it's like all the notes have to be exactly there.
Yeah. What about you, Wayne? Is there any?
To be honest, this year it's most of the songs are where I am, so it's played. Feels like it's played to my strengths a bit this year.
Okay.
Because it's most, there's been other years where there's been uncomfortable ones, but this year I enjoy all the songs. So
I guess maybe the Rush tune though was the one that we had to settle in on.
Yeah.
Where we were like, okay, and then once we got it, it's like, okay, we got this thing.
Yeah, and I look forward to playing that every night.
You always say
I'm
that.
not thinking I'm scared to play it. I'm just I want to play it.
You always say money for nothing, though, don't you? Trying to get over when you get over that.
Yeah, I'm betting. Yeah, because I've been singing lead vocals on that, and although it's not the most difficult song to sing, it took a lot of this business playing the bass line and singing. Because it's way against each other all the time. But now that's become automatic now, so I'm okay with that now.
Cool. So that one's Don't Believe a Word for me.
Yeah.
Like that what you said, because that for me is quite difficult guitar part. It's a bit of a tricky little song, isn't it, the way it changes?
Yes.
And so for me, that's the one I had to practice the most coming into rehearsal. And then just singing and playing it at the same time. And so that one for me, when that one's done, I'm like, okay. Yeah.
What about you?
Boston for sure. It used to be in the second set, so which was a lot easier to sing, so I was a lot more warmed up. Now that it's in the first set, it's a lot harder. It's fine, but it's just one of those where it's like it's very difficult vocally. So yeah, once it's done, it's like David Willis has a good question for Jess. My daughter is auditioning for uni at Liverpool to study music. What advice would you give her? Can't wait until tomorrow in Newcastle.
Good question.
I mean, it sounds really corny and boring, but just go in and
Did
be
you ever
yourself.
study at uni?
I went to uni for about 4 weeks.
Doing music.
Doing music.
Did you get a degree?
But
Yeah,
just completely just go in, just be yourself. I mean, do you?
Did you train?
Yeah, I did that. I did the whole thing. Yeah, I actually went to school for classical vocal performance.
Where did you train?
In Colorado. Yeah, the University of Northern Colorado.
But do you find that you can still kind of draw on that kind of classical vocal training in a show like this?
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, for sure. I use it all the time.
Yeah, it's not like it's one completely different thing to singing rock music, is it?
Right.
Is that for stamina or for health? Vocal
It's for
health?
it's for just like vocal placement and correct technique and all that stuff. So
Do you
don't
ever
blow it up.
do music uni?
I didn't go to. I was on the cusp. Like, do I go to college or do I go to uni? But at the time, I was like 18 and I was in a band. So we all just moved into a house together and just had crazy parties and did loads of gigs, basically. But I did have lots of vocal training with my teacher Juliet Caton, who came to the show the other day. And it's the same thing as Rudy. All those techniques I still use every day, and they stood me in really good stead. Technique-wise, yeah, just to.
You showed me some of those, which really helped the last couple of years.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, for sure.
What's everyone's favourite / coolest riff?
Riff.
A guitar riff?
Well,
I like
mean,
that.
for a singer, it could be a singer.
I'd say Just Got Paid. Really good.
Oh, I thought maybe in the show. I was thinking that
in the show.
breakdown in Back in Black is really. That's
I love Don't Believe a Word. If we talk about the show, Don't Believe a Word this year is because it's Thin Lizzy's riffs.
If it's in the show, if we're talking about in the show,
Yeah.
it's got to be Kashmir for me, even though it goes around for 10 minutes. But I mean,
That's
there's
a long
doesn't it?
riff.
it's the coolest riff ever. I know everyone gets bored.
Who is self-taught? Ray asks.
Well, I was originally. I did. Well, when I started, I did about 6 years being self-taught and got into a pro band who was signed, and then everybody else in the band knew music theory, and I didn't. I just knew how to play by ear, and so then I started having lessons, and that ended up eventually in uni. Did the whole degree.
Yeah.
Well, my first guitar lesson officially was probably when I was little. But I played piano before that and had piano lessons. So, and then I decided guitar was cool. Sorry, Hannah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's keytar.
Yeah, guitar.
Yeah,
Guitar is just leveled
Piano is
you up.
Yeah.
There's a couple of good questions here. Richard's just asking us again about technique, about speech level and stuff. Did you ever do speech level or just classical?
No, basically just classical, but I did take like a vocal pedagogy class that kind of delved into a little bit of that, but not really.
And I did Estill vocal training, ESTILL, which I think was amazing. And how about you, Jess? You had
I had a tiny bit. I used to go to singing lessons years ago. Yeah.
And then this question is really cool as well. How do you resist the urge to improvise too much, particularly on the solos or vocals? And we had this conversation before. I think we're all quite disciplined in that way. We don't really, none of us particularly go off piece that much. Obviously, there's certain solos and things where you can have a bit more leeway.
You get it all out in sound check, and they take
Yeah.
forever.
But we sort of pride ourselves on doing the songs.
Well, there's some
Like
parts,
the record,
major
right?
parts of solos, like say with the Eagles, you can't improvise on
Yeah.
the gigs as it is. But there's some of them, like when we used to do Rosanna, we'd do a big kind of jazz
Yeah,
band
yeah,
at the
yeah,
end,
yeah.
Then that was different every night because you could.
It's like
they did.
the same with Give Me All Your Lovin'. Those solos, not be following a specific solo. or
I
you
am
just-
actually.
Oh, you
It's
are?
worth- well, and then I go off at the end.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, I try and stay in style or something.
Yeah.
I still play simple.
Mhm.
You know, it's like you're trying to not. It's not really about like showboat or whatever. You throw a little bit of yourself in every time. I don't know. I mean, on Don't Believe a Word, I sort of play. I don't even know if I play the solo that was on that version. That song's such a jam anyway. The way that the version that we, this Thin Lizzy that we together kind of do the slow version, fast version together, and it's like I sort of play the same thing every night, but I think it was I think I did take some of the licks and then I kind of built around it. I did my own thing. Some of the key notes.
I do that in Won't Go Forward Again. That's the biggest one I can improvise in because
Yeah,
I've,
you go
I've
crazy.
I've seen live versions that Entwistle did, and it's different every night. And he's
Yeah.
going crazy, so I'm just thought, well, there's a license to do whatever.
Yeah.
I want.
Sure.
We improvise in the style of, don't we?
style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
much in
right.
the style.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I do like
style.
even in Kashmir, like I'll do Robert Plant licks that I know I kind of things that he would have done, rather than just improvise for the sake of it, if that makes sense.
We're going to say a huge thank you to Atom Waltz for sending us 20,000 huffs.
20,000 off.
Yeah.
Where's that from?
I'm not sure what 20,000 huffs are, but thank you so much. Atom Waltz says, first of all, thanks for the great performance every time. Keep on doing for decades. You play many of my favorite songs, but would you be so kind to cover a Springsteen song once? I know there is Because of the Night, you wrote that, but maybe a Born to Run or River. But we did.
Which one did
We did Jungle Land.
We did do Jungle
a
Land.
couple of years ago, and we could definitely do a Springsteen tune again. I love all those tunes.
The River's an amazing.
Yeah, that's all that one.
To Run's wicked.
Born to Run.
But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Atom Waltz.
Thank you.
Hey, Jesse, no actual losing already.
Who's that, Mike? Yeah. I mean, we all knew that was going to happen, Mike, to be
Oh,
honest.
are they? Oh, sorry, I've just gone to that.
Yeah.
So what's everyone doing? We're in Scotland. What's everyone doing for tea? Anyone had haggis yet? Have you tried haggis, Pete?
No.
Oh,
Have you tried black pudding yet, Pete? Why not, Pete?
you need to try haggis at
'Cause
least.
it's great.
It's delicious. It
Have you
really
tried
is.
it?
Just want to do
I
it.
had haggis.
Have you tried it?
I think I had haggis when I wasn't a vegetarian. I'm not going to eat it now, am I?
You can get vegetarian haggis.
Yeah, I've had veggie haggis, but that's not haggis, is it?
It's like some sort of
It's just nice plant.
Yeah, marriage proposal for Jess.
I did have Cullen skink today, which is very
That was
Scottish.
really nice.
We had it.
I'm gonna have that right after this.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's like a fish soup, very traditionally Scottish.
And then this morning we went to Wetherspoons and got a traditional Scottish breakfast for $3.95.
What's the difference between a Scottish breakfast and an English breakfast?
You're in Scotland.
Haggis.
Other than the
Haggis,
just the
haggis,
Potato
potato scone,
Potato scone, yeah.
potato scone.
and if it's traditional, you get a square sausage.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Ground sausages too.
Wayne, do you manage to keep your fitness up when on tour?
Sure does.
Yeah.
I ran up Arthur's Seat yesterday. It was about 5.5 mile run.
He's a force of nature, this one.
And then had a
And his ring rundown as well, which was brilliant. In where was that?
Al Yeovil.
Yeovil.
I've not found anywhere to hang him.
That was
recently.
brilliant.
Literally multiple times on this tour, and he's older than I am. Multiple times, I'll just be out of bed and I'll, be going into the venue to get a shower or whatever, and he's run like 5 miles. Come down like, oh, I just wow. Inspiring.
Lad,
Great, wasn't it?
That was a fun night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the list right here of the whiskies that we drank.
how many whiskeys?
Oh
did you
yeah,
taste?
we did quite a few.
Should we count?
Quite a few, but
it
they're
wasn't
tiny.
that many.
They're just little.
It was
tastes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 6, and then we went and played.
6 shots. Was it
We
a
only
shot?
played Paul. We had about 6 more Jameson.
We
To
were
end the
done.
night.
We were done tasting at that point.
Yeah. Ray says, how do you deal with live on the road with these COVID restrictions? To be honest, here is pretty open now. Like, we still have to wear masks in places, and obviously we can't do our meet and greets. But apart from that, we've kind of all right.
It's just a classic. Just be said. We've had to be sensible.
Yeah.
Within reason, without going too stringent, because we've got to live. We've got to eat.
The restrictions here in Scotland are still a little stricter than the rest of the UK.
Yeah,
Even Wales was too, actually. A little
Yeah.
stricter, right? But,
It is a shame we can't come out and meet everybody, which is why we're doing this right now.
Yeah.
Any tips for people trying to develop vocal distortion?
Just read that.
Just
What do you-
growl.
what-
Just
what do you-
growl, brother.
Is that what he means? Like a
I think it's
dirty sound? Yeah.
Is that the Love Rain on Me sound?
It's kind of most of what I do on the gig, to be honest. It's Back in Black. It's basically about finding your note. So whether it's like a really high, like AC/DC thing, like finding that note and then just growling on it.
Can you demonstrate?
Or like Love Rain on Me. Love! It's just about, wow. That's cool.
Okay, so show the difference between doing that clean and then doing it.
Okay, so clean. So it's quite effortless. It's not hard, and then you just literally. It's like a little. I always say it's like a little baby lion. It's like, rah! So it's not like a that would hurt your throat. So
And that's the distinction. That's the distinction, is that you don't want to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's been so many singers out there that like do it incorrectly, and then it's done.
Can you do it too? I'll see you just.
It's here. The thing is that it's such a different technique, you know. Like for example, like a clean right, very clean and pretty. Like kind of like a more rough kind of thing. And that's just kind of using more of like a glottal kind of throaty thing, but without and using a lot more air, but without like hurting.
Right.
You don't want to hurt yourself.
If it hurts, you're doing it wrong, basically.
Yeah, if it hurts, then that's not good.
You should never be in pain. Yeah, hope that helped.
Oh, hang on. We'll go back now. Okay, this is a good question. This is Richard Moore. To settle a long-running discussion with my bandmates, in a covers band, is it better to play the songs you want, even if you change the key, or is keeping the original key the most important thing?
Sorry?
I think the question is: should you keep the key always in the original key, or is it okay to change the key if you need to, if you want to play that song?
It's okay, but you want to stick as close as you can, because it starts to change the tonality of the song. You start to go more than a whole step in any direction, I feel like.
Oh yeah. Oh, more than a whole step. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's either
half step at at the most, I would say.
Some artists playing.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Going to minor.
What I would say, because I just plug. I've just finished recording my album, and if you change the key just a semitone, the whole thing feels different.
Yeah.
Like it changes the whole feel of the song. If you're in E, because you're so used to hearing things in E major, if you go to E flat, it just suddenly feels different.
Yeah.
I think to us, but I don't know if the
but the reason, they may not. Musical language is a strange thing, and the audience, some audience may not be as educated as we are on certain stuff, but they will hear a difference between "Don't Believe a Word" and "I Don't Know How to Hell," which we're playing it in the A position. One's in E flat, one tunes in the not, and that tonality makes a massive difference. And you could play "Don't Believe a Word" in A, but going down a semitone is how they did it, and that adds to the character.
Yeah, there's something about E flat tuning on guitar that's kind of symbiotic with classic rock, like a lot of bands tune it down.
For some reason.
Yeah, it's got this darker quality. So you can play an A chord on the guitar, but if you tune the guitar down a half step, now it's technically an A flat, but you're still playing it in the A position. And there's something about dropping the tension of the strings and then playing it's not just the pitch. It got, I don't know, something got like
Grunt.
Yeah, it's like a grunt. Flat, isn't it? It's like interesting. Band like Van Halen, like they always played pretty much an E flat, although they tuned the bass to the guitar. So there's that's why on a lot of the records it's like somewhere between E flat and E,
right?
Because they didn't actually use tuners a lot, but but by 1984 they actually were up in E. And it's got a brighter kind of. Doesn't the album sort of have a brighter, poppier sort of, like a little bit slicker? I don't know. It's got something to do with that tuning. It's not the whole thing, but it's part of it.
Tim.
Yeah.
Whose symbols do you use? Probably your own.
Yeah, my own.
Specifically, do you use a sizzle symbol?
I don't particularly use a sizzle symbol.
What's a sizzle
What is
symbol?
A
that?
sizzle symbol is when you have a symbol which has got rivets in it. So
Can you say that full time really fast?
Sizzle? No, definitely not. But no, I don't use a sizzle. I can't even say it. One of them for this gig. I perhaps use that if I'm playing on a jazz gig, but that happens very rarely these days.
What symbols do you use?
I use Paiste symbols. Yes, they are my favourite symbols, and my first ever symbol was a Paiste symbol, and I use them. I love them. 900 series, signature series, and a couple of old ones as well. 1000s and 3000s from the 80s as well, which I like. So,
Thanks, Tim.
best symbols.
Kevin says, do we switch the playlist up with different songs, or is it the same every tour? We switch them up. Every tour is different.
Yeah.
Somebody asked earlier, actually, if we kept the set the same the whole way through.
Yeah, we have.
Yes, we have.
No, well,
we have
kind
changed.
of.
We
changed the order.
But I think it's the first time we
Song.
haven't changed the song
Yeah.
at all.
Not mid-tour.
We did in
And then somebody asked earlier too, like they said, did we have to cut songs due to time?
Yes.
And then we did. Yeah, we had to cut a few because at rehearsal.
So songs that we were meant to do, but we didn't, were Good Times, Bad Times.
Comfortably numb.
Come to be Numb, Under Pressure.
There's another.
I was really looking forward to that actually.
Waiting for the Bus with Easy Top.
Never the bus story.
Atom Walt has got back to us about that 20,000 huff. It's just about £50. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'd love to see that Jungle Land. Can I find it somewhere? I don't know if it is anywhere actually, unless
It's not been released, and you know what? Strange enough, there isn't any on YouTube.
yeah, there isn't. No.
Do we know where Huff is from?
Hungarian.
Is it Hungarian? That's what I thought. I've been to Hungary many times, and I was like, oh, that sounds familiar.
Right, we've got a couple minutes, so and then we'll need to go and eat.
Would you consider doing some more Rush numbers now, seeing that Spirit has been so popular this tour?
Yes, I'd love to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer.
If we do a Canada tour, we'll definitely sure.
Yeah, or US. I mean, those are
Yeah.
It's just Tom Sawyer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what's everyone going to have for tea?
The South Pole again.
Pete, what are you having for tea?
What kind of tea am I drinking?
No, what are you going to have for
Dinner.
What are you going to have for dinner?
Oh,
I asked this to Rooney.
Tea is like dinner, but tea. That's what we call it. Yeah.
What's for
I had
tea?
to ask too. I had to ask.
I'm gonna have. I don't know because there's a place that I'm gonna go, but I don't know what they have.
You should go and try the corn skink. Have you ever tried corn skink?
Yeah, let's go do that.
Fish soup.
Chowder.
Yeah, that's downstairs.
It's really
Sorry.
lovely.
We've done
It's
this
was
back
it
and forth
smoked
about this.
haddock
Smoked haddock
with potatoes,
potatoes,
cream, leeks.
Well, that sounds nice.
It's
It's
delicious.
good, and it's like hearty, and it's
There's no gluten in it.
You know, when in Scotland and all.
yeah. When in Rome,
If they have it where I'm
Go.
going, I'll get some.
Right.
James, you never answered how many guitars you have.
12-ish. 12.
James Cole is a good guitarist, says Damien.
Thank you.
Karen says, I'm on the way with your dinner, Jess.
I think she's talking about.
She's made Jesse dinner.
What?
Wow.
Bless you.
Why is it only
Lucky
you?
dog.
Is this where you're staying tonight?
Pete Ford is a great guitarist. Pete, have you gained an English accent yet?
Go on.
not really. Not really, mate. Really.
Right. Well, if your dinner's on the way, we're gonna have to go, aren't we?
Yeah, we better go eat.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
everybody,
much,
for
everybody.
hanging out with us. We
And,
appreciate you.
We've enjoyed these.
Is this the last one? Or
I guess it will
What's it
be.
gonna be,
Yeah.
innit?
Last one.
Until
Unless
next time.
Popular Demand makes us do another one. We'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
So maybe this is the last one. So if it is,
Until next
Yeah,
time.
thank you for your support
See
on
you
the whole
again.
tour, guys. It's been amazing. And
Brilliant.
yeah, we love seeing all you guys at the shows. It's been so much fun, and we're so grateful to all of you.
What are you going to say tonight when you go? There'll be a live stream next week. What are you going to say?
I'm going to do my own live stream. It'll just be a personal live stream.
OnlyFans.
Mind
Oh,
you.
my OnlyFans will be popping.
I will do one because I missed last week. Just
Tell
'cause it was
everybody.
Crazy. So tomorrow night on my channel, and I'll probably just do it backstage if anybody wants to pop in. Be there.
Oh,
There you go.
After the where are we tomorrow?
Newcastle.
Yeah.
So backstage after the show, it'll
It's
be
gonna-
at
Before the Super
It's going to
Bowl.
be a Super Bowl preview, so
Super Bowl, a pre-Super Bowl,
what time is the Super Bowl?
11:30
11:30 a.m.
p.m.
Right.
after the show.
So, and you want to do yours at 11, so there's going to be a bit of a.
Oh man.
Does it
Well,
start at 11?
It's in LA as well. So.
I'll just start it
That's
as
an
fast as
hour
I
about
can,
the-
maybe 10:45. Our
It's 8 o'clock,
time,
it's an 8
which
o'clock
will
show, I think
be
so.
2:45. Is it 8 o'clock show?
I think it is.
Sunday.
Oh, it's a Sunday. Yeah, you may be right.
7:30.
I'll go as early as I can, like 10:45 or something like that. Get on there, so it's 45 minutes before the game or something like that. If anybody's to watch them, so yeah. But tomorrow on my channel, and if you guys want to pop in, it's okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
That's
everybody.
lovely.
See you later.